Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Magik from the New Mutants. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, alright, ILLYANA Rasputin, right? Alright, so I'm also going to talk to you from the past to you in the future. I don't know anything about the show yet. Movie, whatever you want to call it. Right now, I am talking to you from the past before the movie has premiered. So, I don't know anything about it yet. Now, by the time you watch this, in other words, I'm making these before the movie comes out, so I can release it when the movie comes out. But again, that means I haven't seen it yet, so I'm hoping it's awesome. I'm very excited for it, and we'll see what happens. So, by the time you watch this, well, no, I don't know, because I usually release these in the morning, and then I won't watch it until the evening, or at least until after morning, right? I'm not gonna get up at 6 a.m. and watch it. Or am I? Anyway, look, the point is, I haven't seen it yet. Hopefully it's awesome. I'm very excited about it. This is going to be a new adventure for Marvel with a horror movie, right? Yeah, anyway, the point is, what's taking me a long way around to get to say is that I'm very excited and I haven't seen it yet. So hopefully it's really cool and awesome. Yeah, and so all I have to go by are the trailers, and there haven't been much as far as the characters. Right? Well, I mean, I know we've seen her and her sword, but I'm curious what they're going to do with Wolfsbane, and heck, I'm curious what they're going to do with all the characters. You know, I'm excited for everybody. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. So I think this pose is going to work out. So let me start to flesh it out, so to speak. And that's going to be the nice thing about these characters is it's mostly clothes, you know? Again, but that's why I want to see what they're going to do with, like, Wolfsbane, to see what they're going to do with her clothes. Like, that's a horrible thing to say, not with her clothes, with her costume. Because she's very, well, she's a wolf, you know? Well, hopefully no spoilers. Hopefully I'm not ruining anything for anybody. But yeah, she is a wolf. So, okay, so here's the thing, too. So, if they don't do anything with a wolf costume, I get it. Because that's also the appeal, is they can get away with not putting costumes on everybody by making them, you know, real normal people. And it saves money. I mean, we'd rather see some awesome costumes and whatnot, but I'm sure it saves money, you know, than having to put a costume on everyone, or special effects, that kind of thing, you know. So we'll see what they do. And so, also for this one, for her sword, ooh, you know what I gotta draw? A little dragon. I thought that was a really cool idea, as they put the dragon as a stuffed animal, at least for her costume. I don't know what's gonna happen in the movie, but oh my god, I forgot his name. Anyway, I thought it was a nice addition, a way to bring in dragons. By making him a stuffed animal, you know? Big hand, that's a big hand. Let me make that a little smaller. But yeah, if you know anything about the comic, if you've seen it, you know, she's got a dragon. But how are you going to bring dragons into real world? Because that's the thing about a lot of these comics, these comic movies is they want to try to make them real world believable. And so how are you going to do, you know, real world believable dragon? Well, you do it as a stuffed animal. And maybe it comes to life. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll find out once you watch this, right? Once we watch the show. It's still a little big for the hand. Let me shrink it down a bit. I mean, I just want to make it believable, you know? So I'm trying to make the hands, the body, everything a good believable size. There you go. So I'm like Marvel movies. I want to make it all believable. Sometimes, you know, sometimes I get excited and I start drawing big because I want a big explosion and jump around and all over the place and stuff like that, you know. Okay. Ooh, this hand is just taking up a lot of time. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, that's a better size. That's a better size. I gotta get over to this one. Now, again, I don't have a lot of details for her armor. Let me try to find a good picture because all I can go by are the pictures that are in the trailer. And there's not a lot. So I'm just gonna go by what it looks like, where it's like overlapping armor pieces. Let's see. And then add the sword. And the sword, because it's made out of light, we're gonna get a little crazy with the technique we're gonna use here. And so here's her hand. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw the inside, and the outside is going to be more light. So I'm not going to draw everything. And what I mean by that is I'm going to let color take care of it, and get a little creative with how it looks. Alright, something like that. I think that'll work. Yeah. Okay, so let me give her some facial features, or her distinct, her hair basically is like the very distinct look to it. But the problem is it's blonde hair, so I can't draw all the lines I want to. I've got to figure out how to. Well, I mean, that's the trick with blonde hair, is you want to draw the lines, but you can't. You know, you can't draw everything. So you got to figure out how to what's there and what's not. You know. Because the thing about drawing with Sharpies is, I've said it before, Sharpies scream out at you. Sharpies say, hey, we're here. And there's no subtlety with Sharpies. And the other trick is I'm not good with caricatures, so I can't draw. What's her name? Anya? So I'm not good at making it look like the people. I'm good at making it look like, sorry, I'm making myself laugh by thinking of this. I'm good at making them look like stunt doubles or impersonators. Because it looks like someone trying to be that person. Does that make sense? But not exactly like the person. Alright, I think that's good. I think I'm ready. I'm going to erase some of these sketch lines and then move on with the Sharpie. Because I want my Sharpie to stand out, not these sketch lines. And I've got enough to guide me. And then we'll welcome everybody that skipped to the Sharpie portions. Alright. Okay, I think I'm ready. Oh, you know what? I didn't draw the dragon. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I forgot his name. We'll see. We'll see if we have time for it, honestly. I mean, I really don't know anyway, so we'll see. Alright, so let's welcome everybody that skipped. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be working with the Sharpie fine point and the Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find the things that the fine point can't quite find. Sketch the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines, but left myself the faint confidence lines to guide us on this Sharpie adventure. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line widths much better than this one. And I need it for delicate things like the face. So let's get in here and get drawing. So I'm going to draw her, the top of her lids, like this. To see if I've got them in the right angle. And I do have her head tilted just slightly, so the eyes are going to tilt slightly, just like that. It's just a way to guide me to see if I'm in the right direction. So I'm going to give her a little bit of a retina, the color part of the eye, and that looks good too. So I'm going to give her a pupil, just a dot in the center, and that's all I can do with these Sharpies is just try to dot the center, and that's it. If I got it, I'm walking away. Alright, so now for the bottom of the eye, I'm just going to come in just slightly on each end, just a hair, like that, just to show that's where it's going in. But I'm going to let color take care of the rest, okay? So I'm going to give her kind of a little bit of a makeup eyelash cat eye. She may not have cat eyes, you know, makeup, but that's what I usually do for to simulate that there's eyelashes, you know? And then color can take care of the rest. So for her eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and make them black. Normally I like to leave them the color of the hair, that kind of thing, but I'm going to give you something just up like that. Then the other one down like that. And that way, if I want to color the top of it or the bottom of it, at least I've got a guide of where I'm going to go. Alright, so for her nose, I'm going to go ahead and draw like a little bit of a bridge, just kind of come down like that, but that's it. That's all I want to do. I'm going to go down to the nostrils and do up like this. Again, I want color to take care of a lot of it, so I'm kind of leaving stuff open, and it's what I do with a lot of my drawings. I said this before, Sharpies scream. They're not subtle, so you got to be careful with the lines you put down because they're permanent. They're really going to yell at you saying, hey, we're here. Alright, so for the mouth, I'm going to do, let's try to do something like this. Okay. Draw a top lip. Draw a bottom lip. And like that. A little bit of a smirky mouth, but hey, that's okay. There we go. So, I'm going to draw her chin, and again, remember her head is tilted just slightly, so the center of it's going to be right there. And I'm going to draw a chin right here, and I'm going to come up for her jaw, up like this. Now her hair, her bangs, and all that's really long, so I'm gonna limit myself as to where I'm going to start and stop. I'm going to thicken this up just slightly too. And I should probably, honestly, start drawing... Yeah, I'm not even going to draw that side of the hair because I got the hair hanging down right there. So I'm going to start with the bangs, and I'm going to give her like some little bit of a fringe bang up like that. Okay? There we go. That gives her a little bit of a of a kind of a messy hairline, and the rest is going to come down. So this one I'm going to have behind the shoulder, this one I'm going to have in front of the shoulder. So I guess I can go up with the hair. I'll go up with the side of the face like that, and then there's a little bit of an ear, but that's where the hair is going to be hidden over the side of the ear there. So let's go ahead and draw the back of her head. You can see where we are. So basically, she's got flat hair that's going to come down like this. I'm going to have a piece flying over like that, and I'm also going to thicken up this edge because it's going to that's going to be super thick. So I'm trying to complement how it's going to look in the long run. Okay, so I'm going to do something like that just to show the hairlines. Now, I talked about this too, that it's blonde hair, so I want to draw a lot of hairlines, but I shouldn't. So I can do something like this, and then I think I want to walk away. I think I want to stop there because it's blonde hair, and like I said, I want the color to stand out, and if I do it with a black Sharpie, it's not going to be the same. Okay, so this is where her shoulder is going to be. That's why I'm stopping right there. But I'm going to draw over this side, then we'll continue over here. So let's draw this side of her head. I'm going to kind of clean that up a little bit. And this one, like I said, I've got it kind of over the front here. So for her bangs here, I'm going to, let's see, how do I got it sketched? I'm going to do a little bit like this. And so see how I wanted to make sure that I knew where it was going to stop? It was very specific in my planning. But now that I have it, I can go ahead and bring it in. Alright, so let's see, let's do, and what again I was talking about is blonde hair, so I don't want to do all the lines. So I'm just going to kind of subtly give myself a little bit of room to create and leave a little bit of space for definition. Alright, looking awesome. How's yours looking? Cool. Okay, so I'm going to have a piece coming off here, but just one piece, so it's going to look a little funky, but just bear with me. So we're going to have one going over her shoulder like that, but I'm going to come back in like this. So see what I mean? Just one piece hanging off, just to kind of show that it's a piece of hair hanging out. Okay, I want to draw more, but I got to stop. Because I'm catching myself before I keep going crazy with everything. So let's let me define a few more edges here, because again, I'm going to thicken this up in a second, or I'm going to thicken it up with this. So I just wanted to get it to look right. Okay, so she does have some necklaces and things like that, so I'm going to draw like a little chain type thing going across like this, just to define a an edge right there. Now I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie. I'm going to come back and add some stuff in there with the small Sharpie and connect that real fast as we go. Okay, so I'm going to draw her vest, and that'll kind of define a few things for us here. Let's see how thick this is. That's what I was talking about. I kind of want to match how big this is going to be. All right, and so this one you can't really see, but we'll say that it's coming down right here like that. It's the same thing. And let me see, I didn't want to go into the hair too, so let me clean this up a little bit. There we go. All right. Okay, so now I can draw, let's go draw down to her waist. That way we can define a few things here too. So I'm gonna come in here like this. And that's where the waist of her pants are gonna be. Like that. And she's got on a black shirt with a like a little bra underneath. So we'll go ahead and do this and define the edge of it like this. And then once I color it in, you're gonna see more definition right there. Let's see, here's also a necklace coming down. There we go. Alright, arms. I'm going to do just a regular arm out like this, and then we'll get to the awesome craziness over here. So this one I'm going to draw the shoulder down to the bicep. There's the arm, the elbow. So we'll do the opposite side here. And I talked about this. This is just a regular hand, so I've just got it kind of splayed out like this. So I'm going to draw the thumb up like this. First finger, middle finger, ring finger, then the pinky's out just a little bit. A little dramatic extended pinky. Alright, I know it looks a little wonky, but just bear with me. I'm coming in with a smaller Sharpie to add some detail. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking at it upside down. And the other downside is, you know, we're doing this with big Sharpies, so we're kind of limited, you know, I'm not gonna lie. The whole idea is being able to draw this stuff with regular Sharpies. And so, you know, we do get a little bit of limitations on tiny things like that, which is also why I was saying I wanted to use this for the base, you know. But there you go, that'll work for the hand. Let's go ahead and add like a little bit of a elbow line, something like that. We'll add a little bicep right there, and let's get going. Okay, so for the other arm, we're gonna have some funky fun with the sword and the armor. Now, I don't know what the armor looks like because at this point in time, this is before the actual show is available, so I'm kind of making this up. I wanted to make this video before the show comes out. The show's coming out today, but I haven't seen it. So I'm going to draw the armor. I'm going to do something like this, just like a little shoulder piece. And it's got a bunch of cool texture and things like that, and I don't think I'm going to add them, but maybe I'll do it with color because I can't see it all, you know. But I'm going to kind of make up what might be in the armor for what I'm looking at, okay? So I'm also kind of following her arm design, like the thickness, to kind of see, you know, that it looks like a real arm, you know? It looks like bandages at this point, but I'll add some detail with this. So I will add a little something because I want to make it come alive, you know, a little bit of creativity. All right. Now, for the hand, it's going to be holding the sword, but I'm going to be doing it with like light. And what I mean by that is I'm not going to be drawing the edges of it, kind of. You'll see. You'll see. Here I'm just kind of adding just what might be like armor tech, just something to make it a little, you know, a little different. And I'm just making this up because, like I said, I don't really have pictures of it, but I'm kind of going by the trailer. So there you go, something like that. Alright, so she's holding the sword. She's holding this, I know it's a lightsaber. She's holding the sword, so all we're gonna see is the thumb and then the fingers wrapped around the handle. So I'm gonna draw the thumb like this. And then I'm gonna draw the handle. And let me find a good picture too, because again, I gotta make this up. There we go. The handle's gonna come back like this. And these fingers are, since they're wrapped around, I like to draw this edge so I know where it's wrapped around, because when you draw, I'll just grab my ruler, when you draw this, you got to think of this edge, and then these fingers can only do that. So you're not closing it up completely, you got to be around something, okay? So that means now that I know where that edge is, I can draw these fingers wrapped around it, like so, knowing that that's their limitation, okay? Then I can draw the other part of the hand, something like that. Sorry, got a little wonky there. Okay, so for the sword, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to, let's go ahead and draw this like armor, you know, some like we did up there. You know, it's just some pieces around. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to draw like just like some light power. Things like this, okay? And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and color these in later, but I'm just kind of showing that this is the light emitting coming from this centerpiece, because it's so powerful, like this. Now, for the edges, I'm going to go ahead and follow what I did, but again, just draw it lightly. And I'm going to do like I do with lightsabers, where I'm going to pick it up and go down, pick it up and go down. So I want to define those edges. And I've got a line drawn here so I know where it's going to be. So see what I'm saying? Pick it up, go down, pick it up, go down. And then when we color it, it's not screaming at you like those edges, you know? There you go. Super light, because it's made out of light. Okay. Awesome. How's yours coming out? Cool. Okay, so now we're just basically drawing clothes the rest of the way down. Let me see if I can get to a good picture with her clothes. There we go. And it's just pants and shoes all the way down. So I'm going to draw her shorts like this. I'll go ahead and draw there before I go to the rest of the leg, and we'll do the same thing over here. Shorts. We're going to come up here to the middle. Come down like this. And she does have a almost like a shoestring belt that we're going to go ahead and draw. You know, it's if nothing else, it's good practice to add the extras like this, because even if the fun part's done, you did the sword and whatnot, you gotta remember to draw the other stuff, you know. And also things like this make it come alive. All right, and so her pants, there are some creases and folds. We're just going to do like that. We'll give them like a little fringy edge, just to make them, you know, give them some texture, basically. Okay. All right. So now she does have on hose, like a dark colored hose, but I think I want to do that with color, so I'm just going to draw the legs down, and then we'll add a colored texture for the darkened hose. So now we're just going to draw shoes, or legs down to shoes. So come down here to the legs, here's the knee, there's the calf, do the other side too. And I've got her a little thin because she's a young girl, you know, she's, I don't want to say not developed, but you know, she doesn't have the old age weight to her. You know, that's the word I'm looking for. She doesn't have the worries of the world weight put onto her. As you get older, that comes to you. All right, so now I'm just going to draw her boots. Oh, you know what? Let me add a little bit of a knee. So when we add the color, it's going to still be defined. And that's another thing I talk about too, is that Sharpies they scream at you. So I define it there, so when I add the color, it's still, you can still see it. Okay, so I'm just gonna make boots now. This foot's pretty much right at you. And we'll add some detail in a second. Just go ahead and do this one too. Alright. Okay, let me just add some detail with the small Sharpie, and then we're done. Okay. And I'm just adding like little extras like creases and folds from where the boots got wear and tear on it. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of laces here. Let's do it with the small Sharpie. Let's just go ahead and just do this. Something like that. Just to give it some texture. Something like that. So there you go. Alright, so there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Magic from the New Mutants. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.